In this video, I'll be going over what not to do on leg day and also give you a few tips from my leg workout. So starting off, do not go into leg day if you're not hydrated. It's not going to work very well. I like drinking a full bottle of water right before I train. And that has helped me get in a way better mind-muscle connection. And I've really noticed that if I am dehydrated during leg day, it just goes terribly. So don't do it. Number two, if you are training legs, I would highly advise you to get in 2 meals. Yes, 2 meals before you train. Training legs in the morning fasted or just having, like a banana before, that doesn't usually go well. It is a very large muscle group, meaning you are gonna have to use some carbs to get up that heavy weight and to really train efficiently. So get in some meals before leg day. And if you're training fasted, my God, I hope you got in some carbs, maybe some fruit, some cereal, hopefully both, just so you can really power through this leg day. Number 3, when you are training legs, make sure you get depth. The people that don't get depth on their squats, their hack squats, their pendulum squats, any type of squat, you're really doing yourself a disservice if you're not getting as low as possible. Now, I know a lot of people, they just aren't able to get that deep into a squat or something like that. Well, that means that you're gonna have to work on mobility. I spent so many years not getting depth, doing, just going to 9 degrees, which is good, you'll get stronger. I've always had very strong legs, but my legs really started to get bigger when I lightened up the weight and got as deep as possible. This is really gonna help you, especially if you're trying to grow your quads. The quads, especially the bottom of the quads, are not gonna get a lot of activation unless your knees are going slightly over your toes and you're tapping that hamstring to the calf, and which you'll see in the video later. When I'm doing pendulum squats, I get as deep as possible. Also, make sure you warm up. If you try a leg day and you're trying to go crazy, you're gonna have to warm up. My warm up takes me about 5 to 15 minutes depending on time, but I'm always doing something. I might go for a walk beforehand. I might even, do some leg extensions, some hamstring curls, just something to get some blood into the muscles. That's gonna help you with tight knees, tight hips, whatever you may be doing, you gotta warm up. So right here, I'm just doing some pendulum squats. And as I was talking about before, look at the depth here. This is the hardest leg machine you're ever gonna do. There ain't nothing harder than this. And I've noticed in my years of lifting, usually the hardest things are gonna get you the best results. I hate this machine, but I love it at the same time. It is a grinder. It is amazing for the quads. You can see my foot placement. They're low and close. If you wanna hit quads, you gotta go low and close. Why? Because if you're going low and close, those knees can travel over the toes. Some people say that's bad for your knees. It's not. If your knees are strong enough, that's going to do you a good service when it comes to developing those quads. And that's, you need this depth, this intensity. It'll really help you out. If you don't have a pendulum squat machine, you can either do regular squats, Smith machine squats, or a hack squat. It's all going to do the same thing. I just found that pendulum squats, like I just showed you, are the best for me. So I do those as much as I can. Now we're getting into an RDL. I like doing single leg RDLs when my back is really sore or when my lower back's really sore. It's less load, but you're still gonna get some good work on the hamstrings. But if I'm doing like a crazy back day and my lower back is really tight, I don't wanna do RDLs or barbell RDLs, because that's really gonna hurt my lower back even more. So when I'm really sore, I'll be doing these. It's good for stability, it's good for balance, it's good for keeping your body in a great position, training you in a different way, working the central nervous system in a different way. Do single leg exercises. This is really good for you. I like these. Very hard on the hamstrings, but not very difficult on the body. Easy to recover from, again, because it's a very light load because you're only using one leg. You got to balance. You see that hamstring separation right there? We're working on it. We're working on it. This is going to work the hamstrings as well as the glutes and a little bit of lower back because, as I said before, I'm going so light, it won't be that much lower back. Love these. Very difficult. Try to keep your hips even, but you're going to be off balance, so it's going to work your core as well. Anything that does one leg at a time like this is going to work your core because you got to balance that core, not let your body turn to either which side and stay even. Great for preventing injuries too. So do these. Get them in. Get them in. And finally, right here, I'm hitting some calves. It's rare you're going to see me actually tape me doing calves, but I'm going to give you some key tips on how to grow your calves. Are my calves the best? No, but I know how to train them, and they will get bigger, and they have been getting bigger, and I'm happy about that. Train them like any other muscle group. You gotta train them hard, you gotta train them heavy, and train them often if you want them to grow. Really start out your workouts with calves. I'm doing these at the end here, but I should have started with them. It's always better to get out the way so you can put all your energy into it. And the good thing is, if you start with calves, then you can still go through your leg day pretty fine. Calves won't affect your squats or anything like that. So you want to get a pause at the bottom. I try to get like a second, 2-second pause at the bottom and also a pause at the top. It's way harder than you think when you do these right. A lot of people are just bouncing out, just bouncing and doing calf raises. Don't bounce. Focus. Get the movement done. Stretch at the bottom. Squeeze at the top. You will feel the burn, and they are actually very, very difficult. That's full workout there and some tips on what not to do on leg day and things to do as well. Make sure if you guys like this content, like the video and subscribe, and more content on the way. Almost at 1,000 subs. Help your boy get there. Thank you so much.